I just realized I was muted throughout all of this, so I guess I'm going to have to edit in the dialogue that I was saying. But all I said was I read out the name of the weekly one-shot. I read the text, mentioned the hero composition and villain and environment composition, and then got started. I didn't really say anything else. Unfortunately, this is actually take two. Well, take one, I started talking about things and then I got interrupted, so that I stopped the video. But I muted myself in the middle of it, and unfortunately, I didn't realize I had unmuted for take two, so I might redub that or something, I don't know, since this is offline, but it just irks me because it's not live. But in any case, Unity starts with, and this is a random start, she starts with a hasty augmentation, a powered shockwave, a stealth bot, and volatile parts. Wraith starts with an impromptu invention, a razor ordnance, a throwing knives, and a utility belt, so she is really decked. And Haka starts with 3 Hakas of battle and a Tayaha. And I believe that he has 3 of those, so we have all 3 Hakas of battle in his hand. And so that's excellent for Haka, plus Tayaha. And Unity has an impromptu invention, 2 damage-dealing powers, and her utility belt. And Wraith, well, hasty augmentation is always great with Wraith and Haka. And we have a stealth bot with volatile parts and a powered shockwave. We can get stealth bot in play if we destroy volatile parts if we want to. That's the only means of getting that into play right away. And I believe that Ambuscade actually lacks any means of destroying cards. It doesn't look like there's anything that destroys cards in his hand. So a lot of these things are going to be out to stay if we play them. And I don't think any of these cards destroy our stuff. They tend to destroy each other's things. So yeah, we're pretty well set up for this match. So Ambuscade on his front side. At the start of the game, 2 devices are put into play. At the end of the villain turn, he deals the hero with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. And his advanced rule is reduce damage dealt to villain targets by 1. So it's going to be a little bit harder to get past defenses. But we do have a lot of means of getting around that. And if Ambuscade were to flip, instead of dealing the hero target with the highest HP, he instead deals the hero target with the lowest HP. And instead of damage reduction, damage dealt by Ambuscade is just irreducible. So, here we go. He starts with a custom hand cannon, which is basically another damage deal, or not, well, it's not a damage dealer, but this one deals the hero with the most cards in play to projectile damage. And an automated turret. This is one that basically duplicates his effect. This card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. His card play is armed and dangerous. Reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until a device is revealed and put it into play. And then shuffle the cards, and then play the top card of the villain deck. So he gets another device for free, as well as another random card. He gets a second custom hand cannon. Shuffles the deck, and he plays Snatch and Grab. Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest HP, 1 melee damage, and 2 energy damage. Unfortunately, this is Haka, who is Ambuscade's nemesis, so this will be 2 and 3. So slightly more damage than normal. And Ambuscade hits Haka again, because he has the highest HP. Haka is the tank of the team. But now everyone's equal in HP, so the automated turret is going to hit one of the 2 who we don't target here. Now we have a choice here. And usually when it's a choice, I go for the one who is least likely to have the most cards in play, just because it's less likely to be targeted in the future. But Unity and Wraith are the 2 who would have more cards over the course of the game, especially Wraith in a game where there's no equipment destruction other than her one-shot. So it's usually going to be Wraith or Unity if Unity gets a bunch of bots out. Haka has some equipments and ongoings, but not so much. But if I select Haka, this damage is again increased by 1 because Ambuscade is the one dealing the damage. So I think I'm going to go for Wraith, because since it's between Unity and Wraith for fewer damage, I'm going to go for Wraith, since Wraith does have capabilities of, or does have the capacity for healing herself. So we're going to hit Wraith. This card deals the hero target with the highest HP, so since this is not Ambuscade, I'm actually going to hit Haka again, since this is not being increased by 1, and this one will hit Wraith again, because again, Wraith can reduce that damage later. So Wraith currently doesn't have a means of hitting anything. Power Shockwave would deal each villain target 1, but then it would be reduced by 1 because of Ambuscade's advanced rule. Hasty Augment would increase damage. Excuse me, allergies. Would allow for power use. But Unity's would be a waste, Wraith's would expire at the start of her turn, and Haka's would deal damage. It'd be increased by 2, so he'd be dealing 3 damage. But I'd rather save this for when he has Taya-Ha out, because then Taya-Ha, instead of doing 3 and 3, would do 5 and 5. And Power Shockwave's not doing anything, Hasty Augment won't do anything, so Volatile Volatile Parts is probably the one to play. Even if I don't choose to destroy this, because equipments will last, and a Mechanical Golem, even if I don't put one into play, won't be destroyed, so yeah, well, alright, so we'll play Volatile Parts. The other option is to not play it and draw 2, but I think with Stealth Bot, it might be worth destroying Volatile Parts to put Stealth Bot out, and then we can redirect some damage. I don't know how much of this is ping damage. Oh man. This is at the start of the environment turn, so I have to control that if that comes to play. Well, yeah. I don't know. It might be, yeah, we'll just destroy Volatile Parts and put Stealth Bot into play right away. And we get a Flash Forge, which is not an equipment or a golem, but we could use it to get equipments or golem into hand. Now, Wraith is definitely playing Impromptu Invention, and she draws a micro-targeting computer, which is actually what I was going to have her play. But, that being said, it might actually be worth considering something else. I'm not sure that I will, but we could put out Stun Bolt and then play Micro-Targeting Computer, and then we can Stun Bolt Ambuscade. And then all of the instances of damages he does would be reduced by 1. The only side effect is that if he cloaks and goes to his flip side, his damage would be irreducible and Stun Bolt is therefore useless. Throwing Knives you already have in hand. Utility Belt we already have in hand. Smoke Bombs. Would be useful when paired with golems, but I don't think we'll be able to like have a damage redirect to Stealth Bot and then have Smoke Bombs redirect that damage back to, well, Smoke Bombs would redirect that, and then we wouldn't be able to redirect the Stealth Bot damage back to Stealth Bot for a further reduction. I guess it's worth trying, because if it does work, it's cool. And even if it doesn't work, any damage that Stealth Bot would have while she's the lowest could still hit their intended target for a total damage reduction of 1. So I guess that's worth thinking about. Razor Ordnance we have. Micro-Targeting Computer we have. Mega Computer would help reduce damage dealt by environment cards, but we should try to be a little bit more set up first. Infrared Eyepiece could help with, you know, controlling the villain deck, because villain deck manipulation is always powerful. So a few good options there. But I think that I want to take advantage of damage dealing, so I mean, I could put Razor Ordnance out this turn, Micro-Targeting Computer the round after that, Throwing Knives the round after that, Utility Belt the round after that, but that's 4 rounds to get everything set up that I would want. If I put out one of these cards now, that would reduce it to 3 rounds, but I don't know. I think I'm going to put out Smoke Bombs just to be a little bit safe. I don't know, I'm second guessing myself. If you've seen enough of my games, you know that I come up with 5 different ideas and I can't figure out which one to do. Smoke bombs is the defensive play, though. But there isn't really much in the way of gigantic damage currently. And this only redirects villain damage. So while it's fun and all, it might not be worth doing. Not just yet. I might be better served putting on infrared eyepiece, and then probably utility belt so I can use an additional power, and then I could put out Razor Ordnance the next round. And that way I can control Ambuscade's deck while drawing more cards. That seems a bit better. Getting that additional card is always good. So we'll put this one into play. We'll put out utility belt, and now we'll look at the top 2 cards of Ambuscade's deck. One of them is Snatch and Grab. Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest HP 1 melee and 2 energy. The other is the charged attacks, increased damage dealt by Ambuscade by 1. Whenever a device is destroyed, Ambuscade deals each target 2 energy damage. This is especially dangerous when he has the cloaking device in play, because you have to destroy the cloaking device in order to proceed. And then when you destroy it, he then deals everything 3 energy damage, and has 3 irreducible on the advanced rules. And that could destroy some of his devices, in which case he starts another round of 3 energy damage. So Snatch and Grab, while it is a bit of damage, we'll be able to reduce some of it. The 1 melee damage can be redirected to Stealth Bot. The 2 energy damage could redirect to Stealth Bot for a total of 1. So that's probably a bit better. And it doesn't play another device, so that's always good. So we'll put that one on top. We'll draw another Impromptu Invention. That's excellent. Impromptu Invention is a great card because it allows you to put equipment into play for free without sacrificing anything. And then we'll stealth to reduce the next damage dealt to Wraith. We draw a combat stance. So we definitely want to play Taiaha because we want Haka of Battle. I mean, we have 3 Hakas of Battle, so we could certainly spare one, but I think this is a bit better since it's going to increase the number of targets it hits as well as increasing the damage dealt to those targets. And the one to hit is always Ambuscade because this proceeds to, this allows us to get further in our quest to killing Ambuscade. And I think that the better card to take out is the custom hand cannon because this is damage being dealt by Ambuscade, so if it were to hit Haka, it would be increased by 1. And furthermore, it's always safer to hit the highest HP hero because they have more HP than the others, whereas this one will only hit the hero with the most cards in play. So we'll take out one of those. And we draw a Ground Pound, which, if we currently play it, we'll be discarding 2 Hakas of Battle, but it stops the villains from doing damage. Or rather, not just villains, but environments. But we have that as a backup. Prison Riot. When this card enters play, reveal cards from the top of the environment deck until 2 inmates are revealed and put them into play. Discard the other revealed cards, and then at the end of the environment turn, destroy this. So 2 inmates are coming out. We get an imprisoned rogue, who at the start of the environment turn destroys the agent with the highest HP, but increases damage dealt by inmates by 1. And we get Char. At the start of the environment turn, this card deals each non-inmate target 2 fire damage and 2 toxic damage. And the imprisoned rogue is increasing that damage to 3 and 3, so that's quite potent. So we're going to have to figure out how we want to deal with that one. But now we have Snatch and Grab, so this is going to be the first hit we can redirect to Stealth Bot to reduce it. The second one we could redirect to Stealth Bot to reduce it to 1, and I think that's fine. Because it does have the damage. I'll just redirect this again, because it gets reduced. Stealth, Wraith Stealth, reduce that to 0, and we'll redirect that one as well. But Wraith can take this one. I don't know why I redirected all but 1, but who cares. So now Powered Shockwave would hit Rogue and Char for 2. It would hit the villains for 1. Seems a little bit of a waste. Hasty Augmentation would allow Haka to do 5 and 5. And if I want to destroy an equipment card, Wraiths are probably the best ones to destroy since we have means of getting them back, but I think I'm going to Impromptu Invention, whatchamacallit, the card that reduces environment damage. Well, we will put a mega computer out to reduce charge damage by 1. We'll destroy the imprisoned rogue to decrease charge damage by a further 1. And then with Stealth Bot, we can redirect all of the hero damage to Stealth Bot, so that's 0 to the heroes. Unfortunately, will also be 0 to the villains. But I don't think I want everyone to take 6 damage. I don't think I want everyone to take 4 damage either. Because no matter what, because of the villain damage reduction, Char is going to hurt us more than he will hit the villains, no matter what we do. So Hasty Augment for Haka to hit Ambuscade for 4 and the Imprisoned Rogue for 5 seems like the best bet. Actually, this will hit Ambuscade for 5 because of Nemesis damage. And we're already doing pretty well in terms of, you know, destroying Ambuscade. In fact, we might we might want to keep Char out so we can do a further 4 to Ambuscade. But no, I think that's still going to hurt us more than it will hurt him. And I don't think I don't even have a golem in hand. There's no point in doing this power. We draw a Raptor Bot. So Impromptu Invention, we draw another Impromptu Invention. We'll put a Mega Computer out. And then we'll put the other Impromptu Invention out. We draw a Razor Ordnance. And now we have our choice of equipment. And... So... Again, I'm wary of putting Stunbolt out, because if Ambuscade flips, then his damage will be irreducible. But if I do put Stunbolt out, I could still Infrared Eyepiece to try to control his deck so he doesn't get the thing I just said. I'm completely spacing. But if I prevent him from flipping with the Stun Bolt, all of that 2 damage will redirect a Stealth Bot for 0. So I think that's worth trying. And we already have the Utility Belt out, so I could put the Micro-Targeting Computer out this turn, and then it would increase the damage. So we'll put out a Stun Bolt. And then we'll play Micro-Targeting. So first we'll see whether it's even worth trying. The top 2 cards, Run and Gun. Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 projectile damage, shuffle the villain trash into the villain deck, and then play the top card of the villain deck. So this does damage, and then puts the trash back into the deck, and then plays the top card of the villain deck, so we lose control of what he could be playing next. The Automated Turret, at the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. That's still useful. Or, it's not terrible, because at least we know what the damage is, and it's not 2 damage isn't a bad thing. We draw a Trust Fund. And now for our second power, we can go ahead and Stunbolt Ambuscade. So Ambuscade's now, his damage is being reduced. And we get the Inventory Barrage that allows us to try to hit Ambuscade for as much as we can. I believe, it's a bit premature, it's only the second round, but I believe that we're doing very well. Ambuscade should be going down very soon. So, because of that, I'm going to play a Haka of Battle, because I don't want to play a Ground Pound, and I have 2 of these, and even if I'm not going to discard all of them, Haka of Battle will draw 2, and allows me to discard 1, so I gain 1 card. I get a Dominion, and I get a Vitality Surge. And I think I'm going to discard Dominion. I like that card, but I don't think this match is going to last too long. I'm going to keep Vitality Surge, I think. This will only increase my damage by 1, but with the other Hakas of Battle, it doesn't matter when I do the damage increase, just that it happens at some point. Make sure the first hit hits Ambuscade, so it gets the Haka of Battle damage boost, and then we'll take out the Imprisoned Rogue. And now Char is not going to do anything to anyone. And we have Taumoko, which is excellent. That is a card I wanted to see, because now with Smoke Bombs, which I actually don't have a means of getting out, as long as Hawk is the highest HP, we could redirect damage to Stealth Bot, which then gets redirected to Haka by Smoke Bombs, and that damage would then be permanently reduced by 2. Not permanent, but Alright, so all of this will either do 0 to villains, or 0 when redirected to Stealth Bot, so this is just a little bit of animation. And a defensive displacement, reduce all damage by 2. And at the start of the villain turn, if the environment turn, if there are no inmates in play, destroy this card. Unfortunately, Char is an inmate. And unfortunately, there won't be much going on. So Automated Turret, as we knew, was going to get played. And now we don't have to do anything because all of this is getting reduced to 0 or fewer. And unfortunately, we don't have a means of getting past the damage reduction, and we lack the means. Oh, actually, no, we do have the means of destroying defensive displacement, sort of. So it would require some level of sacrifice. We're going to have to sacrifice something, but I can Flash Forge to get a B-Bot in hand, and then I can destroy an equipment to put a B-Bot into play, and then I can somehow destroy B-Bot, probably with either Razor Ordnance or Throwing Knives, so that it could destroy defensive displacement. The alternative is we just leave it in play, and we get built up. Like, there's not really a rush to get rid of defensive displacement, unless Ambuscade flips. That's a big, you know, issue. I mean, I don't want to have to lose one of these equipments. They're all really good. And I don't have duplicates of them in my hand. I guess I could lose Stun Bolt or Mega Computer. I want to keep Infrared Eyepiece, Utility Belt, and Micro-Targeting Computer. And I want to keep Taiaha. So I guess we could just lose Stun Bolt and replace it with Throwing Knives. So we lose the damage reduction, but we'll at least be able to last around. So yeah, I think just in case Ambuscade, no matter what we do, flips anyway, and then unleashes a bunch of irreducible damage, I think it's better to be prepared. So I'm going to Flash Forward. We're going to lose that Power Shockwave, since I think it will be a long time until we'll be able to play it. And I'm not going to lose that Raptor Bot. I like Raptor Bot. We'll put a B-Bot into hand. And then we will destroy the Stun Bolt to put B-Bot in play. And we draw a Supply Crate. That's good. So, yes. So since we destroyed the Stun Bolt, in order to have a damage-dealing power, I need to put Throwing Knives or Razor Ordnance out. But Throwing Knives I can use to destroy B-Bot and then turn around and hit things. So first, let's see what's happening at the top of the villain deck. We have the Quick Stim Patch. Ambuscade regains 3 HP. Shuffle the villain trash into the villain deck, and then play the top card of the villain deck. Unfortunately, this plays an additional card, so we don't want that to happen. If we play Rig to Detonate, instead of it being played, it just gets shuffled face up in the villain deck. But when it does enter play, or when it's face up on top of the villain deck, Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 energy damage, and then this card is discarded. That's a bit safer. Although now with Infrared Eyepiece, it could be revealed and then subsequently have its action act immediately. But I think it's a bit safer to put that into play. And we draw a Utility Belt, so we could safely destroy Utility Belt with Unity in our next turn if we want to. So if I use Throwing Knives, which I am, this is currently going to do 0 to Ambuscade. But if I hit B-Bot and I destroy the defensive displacement, we will be able to hit Ambuscade for more, and we'll be able to proceed with the game. So I think that's a bit better. Just, you know, the fastest games are those that end. So let's not redirect that damage. Let's indeed hit B-Bot. B-Bot is destroyed. B-Bot tries to hit something, but fails. None of these damages will go through, so we'll try to hit Ambuscade and fail, of course. And then we'll destroy the defensive displacement. And then we can hit Ambuscade. And Char's still not going to do anything while Stealth Bot is out. So I think we can, with the combination of Haka and Wraith, take out this first custom hand cannon, although it's also not doing anything. Well, actually it will do things because we don't have the damage reduction on Ambuscade anymore. Suture Self, so that's one of the cards, or rather the card, that Wraith can play to regain HP. We'll play Talmoko, and we will hit Ambuscade, as well as the custom hand cannon. Now custom hand cannon is gone, so that's a little bit of damage, or fewer damage that Ambuscade will do. We draw Punish the Weak. I will probably not be playing that. Again, another round of no damages. Yes, redirect that. There was a way to destroy Char and the defensive displacement. The only issue is it would be destroyed right now as opposed to in time for our heroes to deal damage. Block Guard. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the non-agent target with the lowest HP 1 lightning damage. A target dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of the environment turn. He's going to try to hit Stealthbot, but Stealthbot has damage reduction. And Mega Computer also prevents that from acting. Rig to detonate would enter play. It's instead shuffled face up. And this damage will go through. I'm going to just take this damage, because whatever. But we can have this hit Talmoko, or hit Haka because Talmoko. Don't redirect that, and don't redirect that, because whatever, I'm fine on damage. We'll play Supply Crate. This gets me a card. We get a Robot Reclamation, so this is a means of getting B-Bot back. That is good. If I want to get Raptor Bot out, I could destroy Supply Crate to do that, and I think I will. Because it will do 2 damage at least, and any damage that Raptor Bot would take, we will be able to redirect. The other option is to destroy one of Wraith's cards, but I think I want to hold on to them for one more round, play Razor Ordnance this round, and then get set up to try to destroy all of them on the next round, and kill Ambuscade by the end of Haka's turn at least. So we'll destroy Supply Crate, put Raptor Bot out, and we draw another Robot Reclamation, and this will hit Ambuscade. So yeah, we'll put out Razor Ordnance, and again, we'll Infrared Eyepiece, because we need to make sure we don't get the cloak, and the Vanish card was on top of the deck, and it would have put the personal cloaking device into play, but thankfully Unavoidable Explosive is also not a cloak. It's another trap, which is fine. So we'll put that on top of the deck, and we'll draw a Combat Stance, and now we'll use Razor Ordnance, because this will do more damage to Ambuscade. Hit Ambuscade for 4. And we draw an Inventory Barrage. So I could play Vitality Surge to draw a card. I could play I could play the second Haka of Battle to draw 2, discard 1 or more. But I think Haka of Battle, I mean, I'll still profit 1 card, but I'll do 1 more point of damage to Ambuscade in the interim. So we'll do that. We'll draw a Vitality Surge and a Dominion, and I think we'll discard 1 of the Vitality Surges since I have duplicates. And again, I'll just save for the next round. The next round we should win unless the environment does something silly. We'll hit Ambuscade. And I'm not really concerned about the devices, or Char, or the Block Guard. But I guess I'll just hit the Custom Hand Cannon because it's the lowest. Let me draw an Elbow Smash. That would actually, no, actually it will not do more damage overall. And this is yet another round of 0 damage to all. Except it will hit the inmate, the agent. The Block Guard is going to take 1-on-1. And now the environment plays another Prison Riot. Reveal cards from the top of the environment deck until 2 inmates are revealed and put them into play. I don't know how many are left. We get the Time-Crazed Prisoner. At the start of the environment turn, this card deals the non-inmate target with the second highest HP X melee damage, where X is the number of cards in the environment trash. We'll see how many there are after it discards. Then we get another one. Oh, I guess they are discarded. So it's going to do 4 melee damage to the second highest. But we'll probably win by Haka's next turn, so it's not a big concern. It doesn't matter who this is, but we'll just hit stealth bots. We don't have to have the prompt. And it's actually 5 because the prison riot destroyed itself. So now the time-praised prisoners are going to hit the second highest for 5 melee damage each if we get to their turn. Rather, it'll be reduced by 1 because of Mega Computer, but whatever. We will try to keep stealth bot in place so that raptor bot can do more damage. So no. And no. And no. And no. So, Robot Reclamation, we have only a B-bot in the trash, but we could still play it just to draw a card. Because if we get another Raptor bot, that might warrant destroying one of these equipments, even though we were going to plan on inventory barraging. So let's Robot Reclaim, and not put a bot on top, but we get a Construction Pylon. Unfortunately, we don't have a bot in hand, so we're not going to use our power, and we draw a Brainstorm, which is still not another bot. But this hits Ambuscade for 2. So now for a little bit of math. Inventory Barrage. Destroy all of your equipment cards. The Wraith deals 1 target X projectile damage, where X is 2 times the number of cards destroyed this way. We have 6 equipments in play. Destroy all of them, she's going to do 2 times 6, which is 12 projectile damage. If we hit that on Ambuscade, it'll be reduced by 1 to 11. So Ambuscade will be down to 8. So we have to be able to hit him for 8 with Haka in order to justify playing Inventory Barrage. Haka of Battle will draw 2. So we'll have 5 cards after we play Haka of Battle, and we'll draw 2, so it'll be up to 7. He'll discard those 7, which will increase the next damage that Taiaha does by 7. Taiaha does 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. Nemesis bonus plus 1. Advanced roll minus 1 is 10. But 10 is greater than 8. So Inventory Barrage is a good move. And we'll just stealth because no reason not to, although we'll win. We draw a Razor Ordnance, and then we will play our 3rd and final Haka of Battle, and then discard our entire hand. And now we will Taiaha. So allegedly, this is the 3rd and final hint as to Omnitron use unlock condition. So if I did the first 2 parts correctly, which I doubt I did, since Omnitron X was not sacrificed in either of those 2 games, if those 2 worked correctly, and I did everything correct in this game as well, which I probably didn't, then this hit should unlock... Sorry, that's Windows 10 telling me I don't have the latest version of Office. We should get the unlock. So, drum roll please. Nope. But we did get our 4th out of 10 progress for Settle the Scores, which is defeat a villain with the Nemesis doing the killing blow. And we got Mint. And I could have played that a bit faster. I mean, I think that lasted only 4 or 5 rounds, but I mean, like, in terms of time, I could have played that a bit faster. I spent quite a bit of time figuring out what I wanted that first impromptu invention to draw. But getting the infrared eyepiece out was a very smart move. Even though, well, it did push away the one-shots that were going to play another card. And we did get the cloaking device. We never saw the cloaking device. We got rid of the one-shot that would have pulled the cloaking device into play. So that was pretty good deck manipulation by Wraith. And, I mean, as I said at the start of the game, Wraith and Haka were expertly set up. Haka had 3 Hakas of Battle, and we played all of them. Wraith had all the parts of the puzzle she needs to be fully set up, with Razor Ordnance, Throwing Knives, micro-targeting computer, and utility belt. Even though we didn't end up using all of them, we certainly used most of them along the way. Actually, we did use all of them eventually, but not in the fashion of, you know, using both of the power damage-dealing powers. The only hero that wasn't quite useful was Unity, but she actually was very useful because Stealthbot redirected a bunch of damage that was coming our way. Because remember that if we didn't effectively deal with the inmates after the second round, Char was going to hit all of the heroes for a total of 6 damage, and that would have happened at least twice. So we would have been hurting a lot more if it weren't for Unity's help. So again, these 3 heroes were quite... I mean, Unity seemed like she wasn't fully set up, but she got pretty lucky with draws and plays. And Ambuscade was very unlucky. So, very straightforward one-shot for me with this randomized start. But yeah. That ends this week's weekly one-shot. Thank you for watching. Please let me know in the comments of this video what you thought, and what I could do better, what I could do worse. Well, I guess you don't want me doing things worse, but... yeah. Thanks for watching.